Hello everyone, it's Patricia and today is Tester Tuesday. If you're new to my channel, stick around. You can vote at the end of the video for the 2 scents that you want to hear about for the following week. So let's talk about voting from last week. Pretty typical voting week. We had 142 votes that came in on time. And it was a very tight race with, I would say, everything except for the last place scent. So the interesting thing is we had a tie for first with 20% of the votes each. The first place scent will be Aloha Citrus. And tie for first, we had a nice orange colored wax, Oodles of Orange. So the order, in case you're interested. So tied for first, we had Aloha Citrus and Oodles of Orange. I'm going to talk about Aloha Citrus first because it is a current scent. So in third place, we would have Blonde Wood and Moonflower. Then we had tied for fifth or fourth. I'm not sure how you do that. Tied for fourth would have been Sugar Cherry with Coconut Pumpkin Pie. And then in very last position was Let's Get Punchy. So let's talk about our first place scent this week. It is Aloha Citrus. And this is a current scent and it is in the floral category. But it could probably easily be in the citrus and maybe even flirting with the fresh. Because this is one of those scents that may be kind of blurred lines in scent category. On cold sniff, I would say this is a light scent, maybe up to medium, but between light and medium. And it's a spring and summer release, so it usually goes away once fall comes around. So the scent description for Aloha Citrus is a fresh tide of tangerine, jade blossom, and vetiver. So tangerine is obviously in the citrus family, very close to an orange, but I find tangerines are very light, a little bit sweeter, a little bit brighter, not as heavy as an orange. And you can definitely get like a little bit of that in the background. It's not super prominent. And then they talk about jade blossom, and I looked it up. What does jade blossom smell like? Because I've never smelled it. It said that it smells like it has notes of green tea, cucumber, and lemon verbena. So lemon verbena is a very kind of like a little bit of a strong green note, which leads me to vetiver. Vetiver is I think it's in the grass family, and it's kind of similar to lemongrass. So like you have the lemon verbena and the lemongrass and like a little bit of green tea, that kind of thing going on. So what does this kind of smell like when you put everything together? Well, to me, it smells like almost like a citrus with like a floral green background. Like you can get a floral, but it's kind of like an earthy floral. It's not like a bright, sweet floral. And you definitely get like a little bit of astringency. I don't really know if this is in my scent wheelhouse. I'm not really big on this type of scent, but this scent reminds me somewhat of Accidentally in Love. I think if you took the ginger out of this and replaced it with like a lemongrass verbena kind of note, and then maybe added a smidge of some sort of floral, like a go-go mango, like a tiny sliver of go-go mango, maybe you would get something close to Aloha Citrus, but I'm not sure. Now, one thing about this scent, Accidentally in Love, is this is very strong. Aloha Citrus, I'm just going to give you a little foreshadowing. It's not strong at all. But let me just tell you how it did. So I had a lot of testers. This is my master tester that I keep down on my, current scent things. But these are all my testers for Aloha Citrus. I think there was 11 in total. So I put the equivalent of roughly 2 cubes in my room, roughly 2 cubes in my daughter's room, and roughly 2 cubes in my bonus room. Actually, probably almost 3 cubes in my bonus room, but this is not really my first experience with this. I have warmed one tester, and it would have been in a mini warmer, and I remember I didn't have the greatest results. So I never bought a bar. So in my bedroom here, strength and throw, and my daughter's room, I would say strength and throw was maybe 4 out of 10. And I remember I put it in here in my room, and I remember I was watching some episodes of The Pioneer Woman and I could smell it. And then that was it. I couldn't smell it again. And I would, later in the day I would come back. No, I couldn't really smell it. It was kind of hard. And I'm like, where's my Aloha Citrus? So I went into her room, and her room I felt was even lighter. But I think later it kind of built up a little bit. So it's still pretty light. 4 out of 10, I'm going to say. That was my analysis. And in both of those spots, my room, I left it going 12 hours just one day because I was like, I'm over this. In her room, I let it go a 2-day span of 21 hours total. And I just did that because it was like an overnight thing. I leave her warmer on overnight, and I just was too lazy to change the room. So I remember when I went into her room after the Aloha Citrus was going for a while, all I could smell was like our meal that we had from the night before, which was like almost like a roast beef slow cooker meal. And all I could also smell was leftover crisp orchard air that I removed to put in Aloha Citrus. So it just wasn't very strong. So that leads me to my third location because I still had more testers. So I took these 3 Pleasant, a mini tester, and I put it in my bonus room. Now here's the color of the wax, the big disc. So as always, like I'm putting the testers in the warmer, I'm kind of opening them up, and it's just by habit. I just naturally smell each one. So I smell that one, yeah, no problem. I smell the second one. Whoa, that one's so much stronger than the first one. And that's what my brain was saying. Oh my gosh. And so then I put the third one in. Whoa, these 2 are strong. Like these 2 are noticeably stronger than any other Aloha Citrus tester. I don't know if these are a little bit fresher, newer. I don't know if when they're mixing the big wax tubs, if some oils settle, and then these ones are kind of like the bottom of the barrel where there was lots of oils. I have no idea. It reminds me of like when you're making chili, and sometimes like all the like kidney beans might be at the bottom. You don't know that until you get to the bottom. Things like that. So these 2 are noticeably quite a bit stronger. Very astringent, kind of like that lemon verbena vetiver, heavy. It almost gives you a little twinge in the back that it's like a very, almost like it smells like a weed, not weed marijuana, but like a weed that you pull out of the ground. So picture that with a little bit of orange and like a little bit of floral. Okay? So anyway, I put that in my bonus room. This is the never-ending review. I would say it was about 6.5 out of 10. So that was much better. And I left it going 3 days, 40 hours, and that was it. So I don't know if there's inconsistency with these because there was definitely 2 testers that were a lot more intense out of the gate. Like it was obvious to me. And I'm like, I even double checked, are these all Aloha Citrus? And yes, they were. So anyway, just something to know. But if you're someone that likes Accidentally in Love, you might want to pick up Aloha Citrus. If you find Accidentally in Love too strong and you want something that is very, very light and dim, pick up Aloha Citrus. So I would probably say this would not be a scent that I would warm anywhere except for a bathroom. I would stick to a bathroom myself because of the strength. I think it needs small locations and enclosed spaces unless you get one of those more intense bars, and maybe you could venture out into a bedroom and get some results there. And would I recommend Aloha Citrus, or will I be repurchasing it? No. I call this a WOM scent. Waste of money. I'm sorry, that probably sounds very harsh, but I would not waste my money purchasing Aloha Citrus, and that is just my take on it. Hopefully you have had better results with it than I have. So let's talk about our second place scent this week. It is Oodles of Orange. This is a retired scent, and it was in the kids category, which is why there's a bicycle here, but I also have a newer bar, which has the butterfly. So depending on when you picked up your bar. On cold sniff, I would say this is about a medium scent, and it retired, I think, in August 2018, I believe. The scent description is a little bit long. It says, kids will love this sweet citrusy scent, punched up by fresh pineapple, crisp papaya, mango blossom, and ripe bunches of tropical berries. And then it says, yum. So we have a citrusy scent is kind of in the description, and I would definitely say it is citrusy. Orange is the top note for sure. It says there's pineapple. I don't smell pineapple, personally. Then it says papaya. I feel like I do smell papaya because papaya has that little special twang, a little special something something. Sometimes I'm thinking I don't really know if I like that twang, and I get it here. Mango blossom. I definitely could smell like a little floral note in here, pleasant, and I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that's the mango blossom. And tropical berries, I'm not really sure because I've never actually smelled tropical berries, but there's a sweetness that could be coming from the tropical berries. So overall, it's a very citrus dominant scent. It's got a light effervescent, a little bit kind of tone. You can smell the tiniest bit of the mango blossom. You can also smell papaya. You don't get pineapple, and I'm not sure about tropical fruits. It's just a very heavy dominant orange scent, but it's not heavy in the sense that it's a heavy scent. It's just got a lot of orange in it. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is my first experience with Oodles of Orange. I have not warmed a tester. I have not warmed anything. So I put some of these, and look at all these testers I had. Lots and lots. I put some of my open concept. Strength and throw there was about 6.5 out of 10. And I left it going just one day, 14 hours. And that was the slow cooker meat day. And after a while, I couldn't really smell it. After a few hours, it just was not very noticeable, but I just didn't change it out because I like to leave it going like a day and then take it out. This was not open concept worthy for me. Then I put some here in my bedroom and some in my daughter's bedroom. Strength and throw here was about 7 out of 10, and in my daughter's bedroom, 6.5 out of 10. In both areas, I left it going 2-day span of about 48 hours. And I felt like it lingered and did better in a smaller zone. So that is just something to know. Now, if you're someone that likes sun-kissed citrus, you might want to seek out Oodles of Orange. Sun-kissed citrus is a little bit flatter, like it doesn't have that effervescent, airy note to it. It's kind of similar to Orange Dreamsicle. The orange in the Orange Dreamsicle take out the vanilla. And it's also kind of similar to Shine. A little bit stronger than Shine. This one is a little bit more floral and less orange. So that's kind of the rundown. If I was going to warm Oodles of Orange, I would warm it in a bedroom, a kid's room, maybe a small rec room. You could do a laundry room, you could do a bathroom, because citrus scents are really nice in bathrooms, I think. And will I repurchase Oodles of Orange if it came back? I mean, I have this bar and I have this bar, so I think I'm okay. But it is a nice orange scent. If you love orange scents, you definitely want to pick it up. Let's move on to drawing for our 2 cents this week, or 6 cents, excuse me. I'm going to draw 6 cents. You guys are going to vote for 2 different scents by Wednesday morning. And as always, you can vote on Instagram if you cannot vote on YouTube. It's always better to vote on YouTube if you can, but I'm not too stressed out about it. Just don't vote in 2 spots. Okay, first scent this week, I'm going to grab 2. First scent is Blue Hyacinth. Scent number 2, Watermelon Mint. Scent number 3, Weathered Leather. Scent number 4, Cinnamon Vanilla. Scent number 5, we'll go with the singles here. Scent number 5, Coconut Flower. And scent number 6, A is for Apple. So let's review our 6 scents to vote for this week. Scent number 1 is Blue Hyacinth. That's a floral from a couple years ago, spring and summer. Watermelon Mint is a retired scent. It was a Bring Back My Bar probably around July 2018-ish, give or take. Weathered Leather is a scent that you can get currently right now in the catalog. Cinnamon Vanilla is also a scent that's year-round. Some people might think it's more fall and winter, but you can get that one year-round. Coconut Flower was a Bring Back My Bar, also from around July 2018. And A is for Apple was a spring and summer new release in the spring and summer of 2018. It was around for 1 season and never came back. So anyway, those are our voting options. I'd like to say thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I'm sorry I was so long-winded today. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods, as great as you can in these circumstances. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.